what that is.
Right. What do you miss about your childhood the most?
The TV shows, like my primary school friends, because I still talk to some of them, but I haven't actually seen them in person in like 7 years. It would be really cool to reunite with some of them eventually.
Yeah,
I just like the sort of. But you can talk.
No, go on quick, say. You can say it, Kate.
Okay, I was going to say also just sort of anything around the sort of late 90s, sort of early 2000s instead, because it reminds me a lot of my childhood, and I just really like watching like the old like cartoons, the old programs of Nickelodeon and the Disney shows a lot, because it just like reminds me of back when I was like really young and life was so much easier. There was no worries.
Yeah, I'd say TV programs as well, and they were the best when we were younger, like SpongeBob, Ben 10. Yes, I watched Ben 10, everyone.
Yeah, we watched a lot of TV, so it was a big part of our childhood.
Yeah, so I watched Ben 10, SpongeBob, Backyardigans and all that.
Sorry.
And then,
I probably would baby sort of ones. I mean, we won't watch like Peppa Pig and like things like that. But like iCarly, Victorious.
Yeah, all them as well.
Sam and Cat.
Sam and Cat.
Sam and Cat I did watch, but it wasn't like the best.
I watched it.
I watched it as well.
Cat's funny.
I preferred Victorious over Sam and Cat, but I still watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Wizards of Waverly. I was watching it yesterday, actually, Wizards of Waverly Place.
Hey, Alex, what about you?
Yeah, so TV shows, primary school mates, yeah. Just doing this relaxing stuff, to be honest.
You have no worries.
No stress. Yeah. No stress levels.
No stupid rules. Yeah, I think it's the same for me. Like, I don't miss the kind of having to follow rules and orders and shit from other people, but at the same time, like, I wish I kind of could, because like, when you're little, you're like, oh, I don't want to, like, be following anyone's rules, I want to do my own thing, but then when you get to do your own thing, you don't know what you're doing, so it's...
yes. When you don't really want to be told what to do, but when you're old, you sort of wish you sort of went back to that, because
you kind of wish that someone else was kind of guiding you.
Right.
But then I also miss like certain. This is a weird one because I miss playing in the snow. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from playing in the snow if I wanted to. But like I was talking to my other friends about this the other day, and I was like, I want to go play in the snow. They're like, why do you go play in the snow? I was like, because it's going to look really weird if someone comes and sees this big woman like playing in the snow. It's just going to look stupid. So yeah,
but like you can do it, but it's
you can do it, but it's just probably best you just didn't.
I did that the other day. Josh took a picture of me. I was doing snow angels in the snow, and he took a picture of me, and someone walked right past and was like, "Oops." Oh, one last thing.
You do it, but when you're older, it just doesn't seem as fun as when you was a little kid.
It is still fun, but then you don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do it in your back garden if you have it.
As a grown woman, like, playing in the snow.
Yeah, it just looks good.
Also, one last thing I miss is the back in the day songs from like the 2000s and all that.
Yeah, some of them like early 2000 songs as well.
2010 and back.
The memories. I remember like being a kid and like dancing around in my room all the time to like, the iconic like early 2000s and like before music, like super bass and and like and things like that. Because back then I didn't really have a particular favourite artist, because I didn't really know who play those songs, but I'd have like those like compilation like CDs, like the hot party ones and things, and I'd just dance around to them all the time. You know, like doing a concert.
Yeah. Alright, Jack.
Right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Right. It's a bit of a weird one. Okay, I think one of your mates sent this one in. So, if you was in the Hunger Games, would you last until the end? Like, would you win? Would you die first, or would you make it to about the middle stage and then die?
Probably first or sort of halfway through. It depends how well I could probably like avoid people.
Never actually watched the Hunger Games. No hate. I've never actually watched the Hunger Games.
We're gonna make
eventually. I'm disappointed. Yeah. When we do this like thing, you'll have them watch Hunger Games or read the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, Alex. So basically, it's like a game where you have to. So it's like a reality thing where you have to like. It's like a killing reality show.
Yeah.
So to like kill everyone or be killed. Or yeah. So
Yeah.
the last one standing basically wins.
Okay, I'd probably say.
And they put you like in. They put you in like a different kind of scenarios. Sometimes it's a forest. Sometimes it's an ocean with some islands. Sometimes it's like kind of a desert. Sometimes it's snow kind of. I don't know, snow place.
Oh yeah.
Like, people get, although they can volunteer as well.
That's true.
I'd say depends where I am. To be honest, I'd say middle, depending, like what the environment's like. If it's like hot or really cold, then I say first. Probably, maybe.
I'd probably say like I'd try and be the last one standing so I could win, because I think I could be very sneaky and like hide from. I probably like hide from everyone. I probably hide from everyone and then like shoot them in the head or something once they pass by, and then like if it's cold, I just have to like find some like twigs and find a secret place that is not in the clearing, and then like go to fire. So
I would just be last one standing. I think everyone probably would want to be last one standing, but I also wouldn't want to like hurt people, so I'd have to just like constantly like avoid people.
I'd avoid people unless it was necessary. Like if they walked past, then I would shoot them.
Yeah, unless it was unnecessary. But the most part, you'd try and just sort of avoid people.
I mean, you try and avoid them, but then they'd still be alive, and so the point is they have to all be killed. So I mean, they have to all die. So.
Yeah.
Bye.
But it's like, unless you sort of like put into a situation where you sort of have to, you obviously wouldn't want to actually hurt people. It's really much just because of the situation thing.
Yeah. Right, Jack.
Right. So, apart from your bedroom, what place makes you feel most at ease?
The toilet. Toilet, because the place I can be like left alone, and like I can just like sit there whilst I'm taking just let my thoughts take me where they want to go on my pooing journey.
Yeah.
So
like get one of those, got the little like toilet golf.
Yeah, we were saying that last week about the little golf games you can put in the toilet.
Yeah.
Hint, Jack, you can get that for me. I'm joking. Nothing.
Use that as well.
I didn't hear what you said. I wasn't listening to.
Okay, that's fine. He never listens anyway. Yeah, Kate, what about you?
It's just really like anywhere where you guys are, because it's always fun, and it always, when you're with friends, it takes your mind off of a lot of things.
yeah.
But it makes you feel like there's no worries. It's just having fun.
Yeah. I'd say out of mates as well, and also just playing sports. So I love playing sports, or even making music, like just playing my bass and stuff. Trying to learn new songs.
Being with your boyfriend then.
I'm being with him, of course, but I see him nearly too much.
Yeah, I like sort of like rock climbing, like canoeing, that kind of thing. I wouldn't do it constantly, but I do it every once in a while. But like sort of sports like football and like basketball and things, I'm not a massive fan of.
Alright. So, how did COVID and the pandemic, well, same thing, how did it affect your bucket list?
Well, this year we were well, not actually, it was last year, because it's 2021 now.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of 2020, we was like, right, this year we're going to meet up as much as we possibly can and like actually start getting content out more regularly and just seeing each other more regularly and things like that. But in the end, we didn't get to. We got to see each other a few times because I remember I got to see Alex like 5th
in March.
January.
Oh yeah, and
really
January.
early on in the year. And then I also managed to see Alex and Jack again in like the February of that year before they closed. But yeah, and then I also have a big family, and we tend to see each other for birthdays and things like that. And obviously, with the rules going back and forth and stuff, we didn't really get the chance to do that last year. And also being part of Zenny's wedding as well, because originally, obviously, I was going to be a photographer and stuff, and then we didn't get to it in the end, which is really sad. But hopefully, whenever it is we can meet up again, we could do some kind of like late celebration kind of thing.
Yeah, the girls go out and then the boys go out. There we go. Separate parties.
Little party of like the 3 of us or something.
I'd say meeting up with you guys more because then I was gonna be in college, so I only have college like 3 times a week now. Go on holiday. I was supposed to go to Cyprus last year. Made me really sad. And yeah, obviously going to Zenny's wedding. That would have been lit. I was actually like the crazy psycho person who got hyper over fizzy drinks. And yeah.
We would have had a very good time.
I don't have a bucket list as such. I've never written one.
Neither.
Morbid. But I think like it's affected. Since I don't have a bucket list, I'll just say what it's affected. You know, I plan to have more time in the studio because I have my nostalgia EP. Well, I had it planned for the beginning of 22, for the year 2022, and so I was going to use a lot of this year to kind of record and do that, but because of that, I obviously because of the pandemic, I haven't been able to get into any studios and stuff. So
I guess with it, when you're like indoors so often and stuff, you sort of, it gives you time to look over everything and sort of make sure that you're really happy with everything and do changes if you want or whatever. But it's really painful to like avoid stuff.
Next one. So, if your life was a video game, what game would it be?
Probably like an RPG or something like that. Some type, because then I could have my life as being like a lot more interesting, and I could have like, I don't know, just like, it would be really interesting if you could have like magical creatures in your world, like angels and demons and fairies and things like that. I think that would be interesting.
I'd say that
considering they don't actually exist, so it would be sort of, I don't know, just fun.
yeah, I'd say either Mario Kart or Minecraft. Love Minecraft.
You'd be like driving forever and ever. But never ending road.
Never ending road. I'd like to win all the games as well. Zenny?
I don't really play video games, but some sort of game where I could just fly around the place and like beat everyone up and carry on flying.
Would you do what the villain? No. When you're beating people up.
Of course I'll be the villain.
What, would you be like...
She's a Scorpio, of course she's a villain.
Yep, I'm the villain.
Oh, are you a villain?
Yeah, I'm the villain. Always a villain.
Well, you could be the villain of RPG.
Yay!
Right,
Alright.
Jack.
Are you guys artistic, analytical, or somewhere in between?
Sort of both, but I think it really depends on like, the situation and like what it's about.
I'd say in between as well. If it's interesting text, and obviously I'm gonna read it. And if it's like an interesting picture, then like look at it, think what it's about. All that.
If it's something interesting, like a murder documentary or something like that, then I'd probably like sit for it. But if it was like, but I also really like creating and stuff, so it would probably just depend what it's about.
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation for me as well. I think more analytic because I'm analytic in everyday life because I analyze like everything. I analyze people's words, tones, expressions, books, what I read, and obviously I read a lot because I read people's messages and I read books and shit. So probably more analytic, but I do like creating as well. I like creating songs and making other people analyze my lyrics and things. So I think somewhere in the middle, but it depends on the situation, and mostly because of the situations, it's more analytic. But if it wasn't for the situation, then it'd be in between, I think.
Alright. What new language would you like to learn?
I know a little bit of all different languages, but like just like this, a couple of simple words like Spanish and French and Japanese. I know a couple random words, simple words, but I would like to one day be like fluent in one of them. So these just them languages, but I just would like to know more. I used to do French lessons, so I wasn't too bad with French. It's probably the thing that I knew most of. But it's been a while, and I've sort of forgotten a lot of stuff.
I've done Spanish before, so I do want to relearn Spanish because I forgot most of the stuff. It's been a year since I've taught myself Spanish. Well, not taught myself, but like did Spanish lessons. So
I haven't done
I want to do Spanish again.
I probably, I learned Spanish as well for 4 years, and then I haven't done it for another 4 years because I finished it when I was 16 and now I'm 20, so I'd probably want to relearn Spanish again, but I also want to learn more productive words in Arabic rather than swear words, because I not only know some swear words, but not any, any nice words. So, I really want to, still want to learn. Huh? Did you say something, Kate?
Yeah, I said I know you shouldn't swear. No one know what you're saying unless
They actually talk Arabic or Spanish or French.
I mean, I can swear in Urdu. Like I know all the swear words in Urdu, but I know like a lot of Urdu anyway. But yeah, definitely Spanish and Arabic, and like
Alright. To all of you, have you ever had an awkward conversation that went silent? How did it go for you?
Yeah, but we have quite a few of them. Because after a while, you sort of eventually run out of things to say, and it just gets really awkward. And I don't really like it. I don't think anyone really likes awkward silences. But that's why I prefer to do like group calls with at least like 2 other people. So then eventually someone always has something to say and can start something new in the conversation.
Yeah. I mean, Alex, I think it's your turn first, actually.
Yeah.
What's it? I've had awkward situations where it's silent like friends that I haven't talked to in like months or stuff, and I see them in person, I'm just like, hi, yeah. And it's just like really silence, and then you're like, oh, how are you? How are you doing? Not like a straight away convo, so it's really awkward, very strange as well.
Who's using a vibrator? Who's playing with a vibrator?
Whoa! It's Jack's phone.
No, it doesn't.
Zenny.
It doesn't need to be cut out.
Robbie's gonna start laughing after the video.
I don't. I'm so sorry. What was the question?
Something about awkward silence.
Oh. Yeah.
I hope those kids not watching, you know. Carry on.
I think oh god. I think I've got someone. I think someone's died. So I think awkward silence. I don't really think that it gets too awkward after you finish saying what you need to say. I think it's just like I find that more of a comfortable silence because it's just like, you know, you said what you need to say. I think it just gets awkward when you like want to talk but don't know what to say. I think that's when it gets awkward.
Yeah.
The two cases I have no clue what I'm gonna say. So then just like just like standing there for ages in the silence, just like in my head what I want to talk about.
Yeah. Alright, Jack, next question.